buy one each.
Oh, okay. So if you did it.
New car for $300.
This must have been a Cadillac or something. Yeah, $500. So then, you think about that in terms of your income. So it'd take you 4 years to buy a car. Well, it takes you about 4 years income to buy a car today too. So, yeah, okay, that was interesting. House rent, $15 a month, and that was terrible. $15 a month. Imagine having to pay that for renting. And gasoline, 33 cents a gallon. So,
a gallon, not a liter.
yeah, not a liter. So, okay, I had a couple other things here. I don't know, I think most people are aware that 100 years ago they were going through an epidemic called the Spanish flu. The Spanish flu began at the end of World War I. It didn't start in Spain. It actually started in America, but Spain was the first country that actually started writing about it in the newspaper. So they got tagged with the name of the flu. It spread worldwide, especially after the soldiers came back from World War I. And yeah, we'll have that for later. Thank you. We're going to have a roving mic over there. And it spread around the world, and estimates range from 50 to 120 million people died. And it was a little bit before 1921. It was 1918 and 1919. It came in 2 waves. But I don't know if you can read what it says there on the, oh yeah, you can read that. It says, wear a mask or go to jail. So people were pretty excited about things back then too. And we think, we have terrible restrictions. Well, they had them then too. You could not go to church. You could not go to school. It was, and it was a terrible thing. I don't know do you remember anything about that? Like you were just born.
No.
Did anybody talk about that, relatives or anything?
Not too much.
Okay.
That was afterwards.
Yeah, so, but it
Rena was saying that.
okay.
Mother?
Your mother, she caught that.
Yes, she did.
Okay.
If it hadn't been for her brother, she would have died.
Yeah.
She couldn't keep anything down, and she had 2 little baby boys.
Oh boy.
And he took care of the babies
Yeah.
and made sure she took grape juice.
Okay.
And she said that was the only thing that saved her life was
Wow.
grape juice.
Yeah. And it really hit young people hard. Like you would get it and you would die in 2 days. It was a very, very severe form of pneumonia. So, so that happened just before. Now politically, now we're back to Canada. Sorry, I know you're from the States, but we got to show, we're Canadians, so we have to show you. There was an election in 1921, and this guy called Mackenzie King came in, and he became prime minister forever. But now it's interesting to look at who voted for what. The pink and the red stuff is liberal. So the green, oh, I don't know what that was. The green is something called social credit, that people voted for, and I don't know what else there was there. So brown, well, the brown is actually red. So the redder it gets, it looks like brown. That's the more liberal, like the more percentage of liberal they voted kind of thing. So I don't know what was wrong with Saskatchewan and Manitoba, and yeah, so there, yeah. Anyways, so that happened in 1921. There was this boat you may have heard of called the Blue Nose. I don't know if you know the Blue Nose, Arnie? That's a famous Canadian boat. Yeah, and it won a lot of yacht racing titles and stuff. And it was on our dime, or it still is, I guess. So that was launched that year. In Alberta, there was a provincial election, and they elected something called the United Farmers of Alberta. So they actually, not only did they have stores that are orange, they actually had governing the province for quite a while. I thought that was interesting. And then in 1921, Banting and Best, 2 doctors out of Toronto, and this is relevant to your family because, of course, we know Rhonda has diabetes. And they were working for a long time, and they discovered how to isolate insulin. And people just would die of diabetes if you got it, And so they discovered how they could isolate that. And it says, it's interesting, the one doctor sold the rights to the University of Toronto for $1 so that it was available to everybody. And that was discovered in Canada. So I thought that was kind of a neat thing that happened. Yeah, so that's it for things that happened in 1920. What do we have here? Oh, we've got a special song for you. Len and Bernice actually have a song that they would like to sing for you guys right now. So you want to come up? Is that going to happen? It's happening. All right.
Test. Happy birthday, Arnie. Do we want, no, let's stop right there. Try that. Good. That work? Hi, Vera. Yeah, sure.
Be not dismayed, whate'er betide, God will take care of you. Beneath His wings of love abide, God will take care of you. God will take care of you through every day or all the way. He will take care of you. God will take care of you. Through days of toil when heart doth fail, God will take care of you. When dangers fierce your path assail, God will take care of you. God will take care of you through every day or all the way. He will take care of you. God will take care of you. No matter what may be the test, God will take care of you. Lean weary one upon His breast, God will take care of you. God will take care of you through every day or all the way. He will take care of you. God will take care of you.
Singing along. Now we're just going to show some pictures from Arnie's life and Verna's together. So, and we've got a microphone here, so if you want to pick that up, Arnie, and we'll get you to. Yeah, it's kind of a sensitive guy. Okay, all right. So we're going to have a look here, and we'll have to help a little bit because your vision is not. Now, who is that? Can you see that picture at all?
Well, I can see it, but I can't make out who it is.
Okay, it looks a lot like you. So, yeah, this is your Army picture.
Okay.
Now, I was wondering, did you sign up or were you inducted?
No, I got drafted.
You got drafted,
Yeah.
okay, all right. And what year was that?
About 43
43, okay. And where did you go to train?
in Tyler, Texas, near Tyler, Texas,
All right, and then you shipped out from where?
from Seattle
And where did you go?
to, well, we went to the Philippines to start with.
Okay,
We kind of helped chase the Japs out of the Philippines.
all right. And then where'd you go after that?
I went to Okinawa.
Okay, and that was a nasty place.
Yeah, that wasn't
Yeah.
too much fun.
Yeah, we talked about that. There's a movie called Hacksaw Ridge a few years ago, and you told me that you had heard of the fellow that was in the movie. You didn't meet him, but you heard of what he did there.
Yeah, he was in our outfit, in our
Okay.
division, not really our outfit, but
Right.
same division as I was in.
Yeah, and he saved a lot of lives that night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, during that time, you got injured, though.
Yeah, I was firing my rifle. We had to go up on a kind of a slow sloping hill there, and it was kind of stupid place to be, because by the time we got up there, we were practically out in the wide open. But anyway, I started firing my rifle, and it jammed on me, and then I got the jam working again, and the shell out, I guess it was corroded or something. And then I started firing again, and the first thing I was flying in the air. A rifle bullet, Japanese bullet, had hit my rifle right in the middle and threw me over backwards.
Wow.
And the bullet ended up in my shoulder.
Okay.
So that kind of put me out of commission for,
Yeah, you were out of action for a while,
yeah, quite a while.
and then towards the end of the war, you came back again?
Yeah, well, I never had it. Actually, I guess God must have done that for me too. He saved me from going back.
Yeah, yeah.
I was back, and we came back to. I went to Saipan for the hospital, Army hospital, and then back to the Philippines, and we had a camp there for a while, and then we started getting ready to go to do some more fighting, and then the Japanese or the atomic bomb came along, and in a couple of years, then that finally ended the war,
Okay.
the Japanese war.
And even after that, you were in Japan for a while after the war was over.
Yeah, quite a while.
Yeah, part of the occupying
Yeah,
force.
but there was one instant in about 77 years ago. We were on the front lines fighting the Japanese, and every afternoon about 4 o'clock, the Japanese had the bad habit of sending some bombs over our heads on our line. And this particular time, they were sounded, boy, they were awfully close. And I prayed God for protecting us and keep your hand of protection upon us. Just at that instant, 2 bombs landed right at the edge of our hole, and they didn't explode. And I would say that God's hand certainly did. I really needed God to help me there.
Yeah,
And that was something else.
yeah.
And then, actually, when I was born in North Dakota, in northwestern, or southwestern North Dakota, near Montana and South Dakota. And I was the youngest of 8 kids. There were 6 boys and 2 girls. And when I was 6 years old, my dad passed away. And my mother was left with 8 kids to take care of. But
Wow.
it so happened my oldest brother, he was about 18 or 19, I'm not quite sure. And he took over the reins and done the farming. And then actually, after a while, he managed to get enough gas to drive an old car to school. So we graduated from high school, and when I was 17, then when I was about 19, I got my first job. And I got all of $20 a month
Oh, wow.
hauling feed home for winter.
Okay.
Well, when that ended, then we were into the 30s when it was really, really bad at that time. And then, of course, the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. And then I knew the U.S. was going to be in it right away then, of course. And that was, well, I kind of got ahead of the story, but I moved to Canada in '60, made a big move.
I think we got a picture here, and I don't know how well you can see, but I'm thinking this would be around that time. Now, it's a picture of you as a young guy on the right, I believe. And then there's somebody on the left. Is that the fellow you came up with?
That's his brother.
That's his brother.
Brother Harry.
Brother Harry, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, but who did you come up to Canada with?
A guy named a friend of mine at Wesley Sipma.
Oh, okay.
They were neighbors from about a half a mile from where our farm was in North Dakota.
Okay.
And of course, he's been gone now for a few years.
Yeah. So why'd you come up here?
Oh, I don't know really. We had made a long trip
That was a long trip from North Dakota.
59, we went from North Dakota to all the way down the western states, driving all over. I had an old pickup. Well, it wasn't all that old then. It was 51 Chevy, and that was 59.
Yeah, okay. That
So it
was
wasn't
pretty
too
new,
old.
yeah.
It was four-speed transmission, full floating rear axle, pretty good truck.
Yeah.
And I took the box off and built a house on it. And that's what, we lived in that. My brother was with us, and he had his crop they were farming in South Dakota. And he had a crop, what they called a soil bank, and the government was paying them not to put
Yeah.
crops in to try to get the price up a little, I guess.
Okay.
But anyway, we landed up here, and it happened that I was only about a couple 3 miles from where there was a beautiful farm girl living.
Ah. All right. Now we're getting on with the story here, yeah?
Yeah.
And where did you meet, or how did you meet?
Well, it just happened. I think the Lord had his hand there. I think we were meant to meet.
Okay, so you met?
And
And oh, look what happened here.
eventually we met. We started going together, and then we got.
We got your wedding picture up now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so things went well, I guess.
Oh, you bet. After 59 years of wonderful marriage.
Yeah, so you got married, it says July 7th, 1962.
Yeah.
All right,
And I'm sure being married to that wonderful lady
yeah.
sure extended my life a lot.
Where did you
Many years.
Where did you get married?
Tupper.
Tupper, I think.
Little
Okay,
loft.
here's this is well, not the whole wedding party, but
These are our nieces.
okay.
One of them is Arnie's niece, the one on the side is Linda, and the other two are my nieces standing with us, and a little flower girls. One is my niece, and the other two were, I taught them in Sunday school.
Oh, okay.
They offered to be flower girls.
That's nice.
So I said, of course, I need
sure.
2 more flower girls.
Yeah, it's like a lovely July. So you got married in the summer.
Yeah, I'm sure that
Okay.
being married to this wonderful lady of mine, it must have made a big difference in the number of years I was on this world.
Yeah, they say he who finds a wife finds a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now there's a picture on the left you're standing in front of. It looks like a trailer. It is. Is that where you lived first? Or?
Yeah, that's what we lived with. It was 8 by 28 trailer. We
Oh, a
lived in
big
it.
one.
Yeah, it was a big one. We had it really good. We had oil heat and
Okay.
propane, wood, propane stove,
Yeah.
and we had a real good well outside.
Okay.
That was important in that country.
Oh, yeah. So look, there's a picture on the right of a birthday. It looks like maybe it's inside that trailer. I'm not sure, but yeah. Anyway, you look real happy.
I don't know. Verna could probably tell you.
Yeah. Was that inside the trailer, Verna?
Is
No,
that-
that's outside. Or yes.
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
inside.
And then you farmed then, right? You got some land? And
Yeah, we got some land north
Okay.
of Hythe there,
north of
on the
Hythe.
Spring Lake Road.
All right. I think we all know where that is. Okay, now Verna tells the story of this special sweater. Maybe she can tell that one, I don't know.
What was that?
There's a picture of the sweater there, the jacket you made.
Has what?
The sweater.
You made a special,
Oh, the sweater.
yeah, the sweater.
Oh, well, we were going together. His friend, a Dutch, his girlfriend had just been knitting him a Siwash sweater. And Arnie said to me, if I get you the wool, will you knit me a Siwash sweater? I said, well, of course I will. And not that I knew too much about knitting, but I could read patterns. So I said, okay. And he picked out the pattern with the ducks flying. And he had to go to the States because his mother passed away. And I worked every minute that I could on that sweater. Well, when he came back, and I'm sure it was God and that guided me, but when he put that sweater on, it fit him to perfection. And sleeves and the whole bit. And his friend, and then he wanted me to stand with him, and Mama took the picture.
Okay.
because he was so proud of his sweater.
He looks pretty happy there with
Yeah.
his new sweater.
And Dutch was so mad because his sweater didn't fit.
Oh, okay. Okay, so here's the house, and I believe you moved that house onto your property?
A part of it.
Part of it,
Yeah.
okay. And then it looks like you're building on there. There's a picture on the left. You're standing up in the rafters there, the trusses,
Oh.
and building on.
Yeah,
Looks like the north part, maybe. I don't know.
probably.
I think you built on a couple times, maybe.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did. We built
Yeah.
on the west end, and then we built on the east end also.
Okay. Yeah, lovely
And
place. And
we
you live.
there was a building that we bought on another quarter that was, it was 24 by, the rooms are 12,
Right.
12 by, I forget what they was now. Anyhow, we made 2 bedrooms out of it,
Okay.
and that was on the north side of the house.
And you lived how many years in that house? Well, probably close to 60, maybe not quite.
Oh,
50 some anyways. Long time. You had a beautiful yard.
Yeah, this is the yard.
well, we were.
You built a deck, I remember, later on, and yeah.
You helped there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here's just a couple more pictures here of your yard that you were very proud of, and you did a really nice job. There's a sign that says the Nordbys, and you're standing by your flowers there.
No,
Just-
this one was taken in Prince Edward Island.
Oh, the one with you in?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe that was your. Yeah.
We went down to New Brunswick, and one of the friends of ours took us to Prince Edward Island, and that was the morning after we had stayed at one of the places. It was just beautiful
Oh,
down there.
yeah. Looks great.
And that's our vegetable garden.
Right. And is that Greg and Rhonda's trailer back there?
Yes.
Yeah,
it is.
okay. All right. So now time goes on,
Time goes on.
and someone came to join your family in 1963, I believe. And there's now, what do you remember about the birth of Rhonda? Remember
I
anything about that?
The lady came after she delivered. I wasn't allowed to come in there at
Can't
that
be
time.
anywhere around, no.
And I was sitting out in the waiting room, and she had a mask on too, and I couldn't quite understand what she said. And I was kind of wondering, is my wife okay? And yeah, she said she's okay. And then we finally got that straightened out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
Beautiful red-haired daughter.
Yeah, look at that. Eh?
born the day after our first anniversary.
Oh, so in July then, okay. So here's just a few more pictures of you and Rhonda when she's little, trundling around the farm and Christmas. And
That's Uncle Harry by his.
Oh,
truck
that's- okay.
with,
That's their
Rhonda.
brother?
Yes.
oh, that's an uncle. Oh, okay. We weren't sure if that was Arnie or a
And
relative.
this is in South Dakota.
Whoops.
Rhonda was standing by the Christmas tree.
Oh, okay. So you went to see family then.
Yes.
Yeah. Just a few more here. She's getting a little older. Now that bottom picture shows that you're curling her hair or something, Arnie. I didn't know.
Yeah, what
What's
happened
this-
there?
Do you remember that story?
Yeah.
Tell 'em more about
So it's a
the
picture of
She
you.
figured Dad could curl her hair, so
Well,
I gave him the curling iron. I don't know if it was turned on or not. But I gave him the curling iron so she could say that Dad curled her hair.
so you got a lot of talents.
Oh, yeah.
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 And that was taken by my mother's grave in Dawson Creek.
Okay. All right. So now I'm sorry I didn't have a picture of Greg and Rhonda's wedding, but we have a picture of him later. But then they got married, and I think 1987 that was. And then they had Morgan. So there's Morgan, and there you are as Grandpa. You're holding Morgan there on the right-hand
Oh,
side.
yeah.
Yeah. So she was
Okay.
a cute little thing there, and you were all in the same yard.
Yeah.
And there you are together. Happy
Yeah,
family.
they were in the yard there on our place for 25 years.
Yeah. So this is
Arnie was putting a new window in our kitchen.
okay. And he's got a cat or something there in the.
No, a fish.
Oh, a fish. So I
He
thought
was
it was.
holding a fish
Yeah,
that
he
he
was.
caught.
Did you do a little fishing there at Spring Lake, or?
Oh, yeah, quite a bit.
Okay, very good. The cat's on the right. Yeah, there we are. Okay, and then that tractor. What's the story of the old farm-all tractor there? You had that? You farmed with that?
Well, yeah, mostly for haying.
Okay,
We had a mounted mower on it.
all right.
Anyway, we brought that up from the States. And they were quite popular tractors there for cultivating corn, you know,
Yeah,
because they had that tricycle gear.
yeah, on the front. Didn't you say there was like a generator from a bomber on it or something?
Yeah, I had a generator from a B-29 bomber on the side,
That's kind of cool.
and it worked for a welder.
Okay,
Worked pretty good, too.
yeah.
Just wanted to...
So here's the last picture. We're wishing you happy birthday from all your family and friends. Best wishes to you on your 100th birthday. Truly been blessed. So that's a more recent picture of your whole family with Greg and Rhonda and
Oh,
Morgan.
yeah?
And
Yeah,
so,
okay.
yeah. So that was a little bit of a trip down the lane.
Yeah.
We didn't get them all, but we have more pictures in the back of the entryway too for people. Did I want to? Oh, yeah. Did you want to say anything else? Like we kind of went and
This
through.
was on the back porch of their house.
Okay.
And one fellow, after we got home, he looked at the picture and he says, your daughter doesn't look a thing like you.
Oh.
And I said, I looked at him,
Yeah.
and he said, all she needs is a white wig, and she's you.
Yeah.
I said, poor thing.
Okay, so that was just letting you in a little bit on your life, and that was kind of fun. Now, all we have left is if anybody wanted to say anything publicly, just no, that's coming yet. Yeah, and we're gonna try to bring in your family here too in a few minutes. But I thought first, if well, we could do that now. I guess is it possible to switch to Lethbridge? We're trying. We've been trying real hard to get this to work. So they've been watching, and we're going to see if we can bring them in on Zoom just to say hello. That's us. Oh, stall. Okay, well, we'll work at that. While we're working on that, we'll see if anybody had to I'll just grab this mic from you. We're going to do this on a mic so that everybody can hear. Does anybody have a story to tell or birthday wishings well or anything like that? They're shy. They're going to come by later, but. Yeah. Yeah, it's La Glace Bible Fellowship. So that's us. That's what they're seeing. So they're trying to switch it around so that we see them down there. Okay. Arnie, there was a question. What did you do for a living other than farming?
Well, I drove a grader for a while,
Okay.
and
There you go. You worked for a farmer too, though, like in...
yeah, well, I had a farm family that I worked for many years. They treated me just like one of the family.
Okay.
And after the war, I worked for them for a long time.
Yeah.
And I remember one time after we were married, and I was around, it must have been about 4 or 5, and we went to visit them. And I was pretty proud of my...
Here we are.
Oh. Okay. You guys got your mic on? Oh, we're not hearing you. Something's muted. Failed to detect.
Oh, I know, we can't
Oh,
hear
oh.
you.
Ah.
We got it.
No,
No.
it's okay. If you talk loud, we can hear you.
Okay. All right. So were you able to watch the service? Or the... Going, Dawn? Yeah? You could hear things okay?
Yep.
All right. Well,
Yes. Yep.
we'll just give a moment here if you wanted to say anything to Dad or Grandpa or whatever, and if they want to say anything back to you, we'll let them do that. So,
good to see your faces. We just wish we could.
Well, I want to say something. You said about telling stories. Dad, since he was 70 years old, he said, I'll never see the end of that. Or that will be my last truck. Or that would be the last wood pile I ever chopped. Or that I will never see the highway go past our door. And I had to laugh because here he is at 100 and he's seen all of that. And well, Dad, you made it 200. And I just want to say we love you and hope your birthday is great. Sorry we couldn't be there. I can't walk yet, and my back is broken still, so it's a little difficult to travel. I can't sit for very long. So anyway, you just know that we're there in spirit.
yeah.
Happy birthday, we love you. And Morgan has a song.
Okay.
At some point. We don't have to right now.
Well, right now would be a good time.
Since we've got you.
Yeah, since we got you on this. Yeah.
Okay.
Or do you need a minute? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm back. So something that my grandpa has always said, every time I would sing in church or
All right. All right, thank you, Morgan. Yeah. So we're almost done. We have one more hymn to sing. And since you're so shy and won't stand up and use a mic, I understand that. We'll have a little receiving line if you'd like to come by and wish Arnie birthday greetings after that. So, Stephen?
Well, I just want to say I'm honored to be asked to stand here and lead some singing at a 100th birthday. I've never been to a 100th birthday party before. This is just awesome. Thank you. And to Greg and Rhonda and Morgan, I just want to say how much that we miss you guys. There are we spent a number of years together with Greg and Rhonda would play the piano and Morgan would sing with us. So very precious times. And after the service, Arnie and Verna would say, "Thank you, that was just lovely." every time. This song Arnie requested to sing. You may stand if you'd like. You may sit if you like. Let's sing this song together. To the river I am going, bringing sins I cannot bear. Come and cleanse me, come forgive me. Lord, I need to meet you there. In these waters, healing mercy flows with freedom from despair. I am going to that river. Lord, I need to meet you there. Precious Jesus, I am ready to surrender every care. Take my hand now, lead me closer. Lord, I need to meet you there. Come and join us in the river. Come find life beyond compare. He is calling, he is waiting. Jesus longs to meet you there. He is calling, he is waiting. Jesus longs to meet you there. Precious Jesus, I am ready to surrender every care. Take my hand now, lead me closer. Lord, I need to meet you there. Take my hand now, lead me closer. Lord, I need to meet you there. birthday, Arnie.
We're almost done. Of course, we have to sing happy birthday. So let's do that now.
One thing I would like to say,
Oh, okay.
after 59, oh yeah,
Yeah.
59 years of marriage, I think maybe our trip here on earth is, you never know when the God will call us home. But I know one thing, when he does, we'll meet in heaven.
Yeah.
And we'll stroll around heaven holding hands. I'm sure we will. Thank you.
All right. We're going to sing to you now. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Arnie. Happy birthday to you. Now may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord turn his face towards you and make his face shine upon you. May the Lord give you peace. Sure.
Thank you. I would like to say thank you to
You can have a
all of
seat.
you that have prayed, and I'm sure it's all of you that have prayed for Rhonda, because you know what she's going through. And we want to thank you for your prayers. And we know that all of you think of us, and some of you have phoned and said, we pray for you too, and how we appreciate the prayers, because we've gone through some real hardships at times. And we're thankful that Jesus is always there. And at times we think, why? Why does this have to happen? But it's always, well, Lord, you know what we're going through, and we thank you for it. And we want to tell all of the people of the church a big thank you for what you've prayed for Rhonda especially, and for Arnie and I. And when the weather turns nice, we would like you to come over, and we'll have cake and coffee outside if we have to. Thank you. And Steve, that was absolutely beautiful at the river. And Bernice and you have, Lynn, you have done such a lovely job, and we thank you. Thanks to Nelson and Mark for all they've done to get things ready and do such a good job. Thank you, and God bless.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we are done. So yeah, I think you can just remain here, and I think folks will come by here and wish you well. So, all right. Yeah.